Hey.
Alex, it's so dope. We're doing this again.
Woo!
And this time we're in a bigger, more expansive place than a car.
We sure are.
Right? The drive test has expanded to CTRL Collective's podcast studio that my boy Tim Kaysen hooked us up with. But Alexandra Beck, you made it. You're here. You've got a new song out. There's a lot to talk about. I'm interested in knowing all the things that have been happening since we last spoke. Why don't we start with, like, we talked about dance. We talked about your songwriting process, you know, the support, the community that you have. Are you still part of the dance community?
I am still part of the dance community, but I feel like right now I've been kind of more dialed in on my music. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen you've been posting like crazy, and social media isn't everyone. Like, some people are really good at music and then like they have no social media game. You seem to have both of them. Now, is like,
Oh,
are
thank
you, because
you.
your social media is popping, like, is that something that you intentionally had built out, or did it kind of just start going viral for you?
It's something I sort of intentionally started doing probably about 6 months ago. A good friend of mine got signed uh, by just posting sheerly every single
No.
day. And I was like, you know what? That was super inspiring to me. So, fuck it. I'm going to post every day until shit is popping. And maybe I shouldn't be swearing that
No,
much.
you're good. My podcast has no limitations. So let me ask you this: are you
Yeah.
trying to get signed? Is that kind of like where you want to go with things?
I think that having a team around me is what I need to get to the next level. I think that I have I have a brand right now. I'm building dance pop music. I'm building party music. I'm building vocal-centric music. I'm a great dancer, and dance is a big part of my visual brand, and I think that's the next step for me to really kind of hone in and take it to the next level, I think. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be yeah.
And like, have you done any like work on understanding how contracts work and all? Like, have you done extensive work? You know,
Uh,
Donald S. Passman's like everything you should know about the
I
music.
have that
Yeah,
book,
yeah,
but I
you
have
got
an
the
old
yeah.
version.
Okay,
I
yeah.
haven't done extensive but research, but I think, I've done some research, and very,
Do you
very
have
good book.
a manager right now?
I don't technically have a manager right now.
Okay.
No,
Would
no,
you
I
like
don't.
one?
I
Just so we
would,
can put it out there,
I
you know,
would
this
love one.
reverse.
I would freaking love one. Had a little outreach last week, so we'll see where that
Yeah.
goes. But yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I remember I got the chance to sit in with Anderson Paak's manager Adrian
Woo.
Miller at this USC talk he was doing, and
Yeah.
they all the students had asked him, why did you decide to manage Paak out of all the artists that were out? And he said, honestly, he wanted it more than others.
Yeah.
And I didn't, like, he said, if I have to chase you and want it more than you do for yourself, I'm not going to manage you. So let me ask you this. What's one thing you do every day to prove to yourself, to keep your commitment to yourself? Like, do you have that set up? When, like, do you wake up and you're like, I got to do these things to move the needle forward?
That's so interesting that you say that, because I'm a very, very hardworking person. Like, if you meet my family members or friends who are very close to me, they're like, she will like make it happen. So yeah, I do have a couple of things I do every day. I sing every day. I do like vocal exercise. I have a vocal coach. I make sure my voice is in tip-top shape. I sing for like an hour every day, even if it's I'm not feeling it, at
Yeah.
least 5 days a week. So that's
Yeah.
like part of my work, what I call my work routine.
Yeah.
And I meditate every day. I think that having a balanced lifestyle and being really calm, cool, and collected is such an important part of being an artist. You have to be patient. You can't be angry. I used to be such an angry person before I started meditating. I don't even know how to. If you talk to my family members, they can explain to you how different of a person I've become since I started meditating.
No way.
So that's something I do every day. Um, and I journal every day. I'm always kind of has some concepts, seeing
Is that
like
where your songwriting
concepts.
comes in, from like journaling?
Oh yeah, my songwriting comes from old journal entries. So I'll go back and I'll look at, this journal entry I had, or a dream I had that I had to wake up and write about. And posting every day on trial reels has been what I've been doing lately.
So you
every
use the
single
trial reel
day.
function.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
shit works.
No. Most Most people know it exists and they don't do anything about it. Like I'm one of those people, by the way.
Well,
Like
it's fine, you know, you're doing other things. You're working on other things right now.
but it's dope to hear you say that because the reason why I'm asking you all this is because, you know, oftentimes people say they want to be a musician, that they want to be an artist, that they want to be an
Mhm.
entertainer, but they don't have any kind of routine that they do, you know,
Yeah.
other than like hoping, wishing, praying. But it's clear you have like a routine, a
Thank
path that
you.
you're following.
Thank
And not to
you.
mention dancing, I'm thinking you do as well, like the training. I see the videos all the time. Is that like a weekly thing, a daily thing, a monthly thing?
Yeah, like it is a weekly thing. I've kind of this summer I've been making more content with one of my friends. He's been helping me with content. So I've been skipped a few weeks, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's you know it's been a really beautiful community, like I was telling you about last time. But this really helps with self confidence being a
sure.
dancer, like being on stage, being able to just be in my class, you know, we have the filming rounds at the end of class, right after you learn all this choreography that's
Right.
highly intricate. And you have to be like, oh, I don't know that one person in class, and I have to do this routine in front of everyone. I'm probably gonna mess up at least one little portion of it,
Sure.
but I just need to go for it. And I think that's kind of like a parallel to what it's like to be an independent artist, where you like
Yeah.
at some point you need to stop overthinking it and just go for it and trust your vision and trust what you're doing. And literally my friend who I work a lot with in the studio, Dr. Chai, he's a producer I'm working with a lot right now.
Shout out.
He's kind of a little bit of a mentor of mine too. He shout out to him. He kind of gave me the same advice recently. He's like, you're overcooking right now. Just make this creative decision right now. He's like, you're overthinking it. The first creative instinct you had, choice, just go for it. So I think that's a lot of things. I think with the era and the rise of social media, a lot of people are like trying to be so highly curated and perfect online. But I kind of argue that just putting out a bunch of stuff, throwing it at the wall, kind of resonates better. It's more authentic. People are either gonna love it or hate it, but I
Have the trial reels been proving that?
yeah,
Like,
I got a lot of haters. I got a lot of
that's good
haters out
though.
of
That's
nowhere.
good
What
though.
the
Like that
hell?
haters means you're doing something right.
Let's hope that yeah, hopefully.
Because if people are, the worst thing people can do is be indifferent to what you're doing. And I
Truth.
don't think that's the case with
Truth.
your content.
Thank
Because
you.
like the last podcast we did was probably one of the things that got like the most views of anything I've ever done. So that's how I know your
Whoa,
social stuff is doing
that's really
great
cool. I
for
didn't know
sure.
that.
And you know, I've interviewed a
Thank
lot of people,
you.
but specifically you have a very engaged audience, you know. So
Thank you so much.
let's get to some of the main sauce though, because before we hit record, we were talking sort of about we kind of alluded with the journals and the
Yeah, yeah.
songwriting, but then you mentioned like, you know, you write all your stuff on piano first and then hand it off to producers, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for? You mentioned you'd been learning piano since you were a kid.
Yeah, I started learning, I think I was in grade 2. In Canada, we say grade 2 instead of 2nd grade, by the
Okay,
way.
great too.
I love how, like, when I first
Yeah.
moved here, some Americans pointed that out. They're like, "I can tell you're Canadian," because you
I
said
knew what you meant. Yeah, no, no.
but, yeah, I took, piano lessons starting grade 2 at lunchtime. My piano teacher was really close to my elementary school,
Oh,
and my grandma lived close there too. She would drive me to piano lessons. And, yeah, and then piano lesson was great because you have like, a really great understanding of music theory and, how to play the piano really well, and I studied Royal Conservatory, I think, for 3 years, and I think my parents could kinda tell I get bored easily, so when it's boring memorization stuff, no offense to people who are, you know, who are at a high level of playing Beethoven and other
right.
people's work, but it just wasn't for me, and my parents could tell, so they took me out of it, but I'm glad I have that background because now I write it's my instrument that I write music on, and I still play piano all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw I was trying to like Frankenstein with an app suggester too because I can't play, right? And it's just I imagine it's so much easier. So you're like, okay, do you choose a key or do you kind of just start like hitting chords and you find where it's at? Like, are you more methodical in that way with the music theory, or do you let the vibe carry you there and that's when the song starts to come about?
Well, for me, I used to do a lot what you did where I'd hear a really catchy melody in my head, and then I would find chords to match that.
Yeah.
But lately, and one of my music teachers, he said, the best musicians actually steal chord progressions from their favorite songs.
That's
So I
true.
started doing that a lot, and I do
Yeah.
that a lot. Like, I think Shortage House, this song that we're talking about today, I stole chords from like a Bad Bunny record. I can't remember which one.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about it
But
because you have the UK mix that you had mentioned, right?
yeah.
Uh, yeah, Shoreditch House. So
So
Shoreditch to be
yeah.
specific, right? Because
It's the
yeah.
name of the Soho House in London. My friend took me
Oh,
there, and that's what this song is about. We had like this crazy night out, and it was like my second day ever in London. I was like, I'm in Shoreditch House. And I was, yeah, came back from my trip, and I was like, I had to write a song about that night. And all my friends are like, this is by far your best song. Like, yeah, it
yeah.
feels very me, and everyone's just, and myself included, all my friend, everyone around me is like, dance music is you. It's very you. You're a fun person. You love being out. You're the life of a party. And I am.
There we go.
And it just feels fun. And I feel like the Calvin Harris era really, really informed who I am as a musician. So it's kind of fun exploring this lane and doing this lane. And um, yeah.
So let's give the audience a chance to listen to this.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
And so, first of all, I think it's great that you know what lane you're in with music because a lot of people kind of just make music and they never really choose something because they go, I just make music for everyone. But I love that you have been able to choose your own lane. You have such a strong understanding of branding. Where does that
Oh,
come from?
thank
Because
you.
you don't have a manager, right? I mean, you do all these things you're like doing on your own. Is it just research you were doing and like you decided that's what you want to do, or how did you come to this decision?
I think it's a mix of like who I'm friends with. My best friend is a very business-minded. She's a very, very business-minded individual. She's been really helping me, and we just have really fun conversations. But she's really inspired me. I think also, yeah, I think it's research myself. It's just kind of observing in LA, like, okay, there's so many very, very talented songwriters and vocalists, but it's not even about being the best vocalist, I think, anymore. I think maybe that time has come and
Yeah.
gone, like the Celine Dion, Mariah Carey's. And that's so highly impressive. And a lot of people are great singers.
It's like a
And I'm
vibe.
a great singer,
Yeah.
but I think that these days it's more about how you're positioning yourself now than ever because labels want people who know who they are. They don't want to have to build someone to create a brand. So yeah, I think that's something I've actively been like, okay, I really need to learn about this myself. And I took a course at UCLA for like a month this summer to like
Super
go
cool.
in a little further on
Investing
all
in
this
yourself as an
stuff.
artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have a lot of
Just
respect for that because again, these are all things that somebody else would have to push you to. So like if I was a manager watching this interview and I heard all that, I'd be like, this person clearly is committed to the idea of it. If I was a label, they'd be watching like, okay.
oh,
And
thank
now
you.
let's talk about the shows. Now you've talked about like we kind of mentioned in passing before we hit record, you've like played some shows. What's that
Mhm.
like for you? Like how do you prepare for something like that?
Um, oh my gosh.
You're fine. Don't worry, you can't hear anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that like?
Yeah. What's it like for you when you go and play shows? Like how do you prepare for that?
Um, it's distracting me. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'll
I
do it
have it
again. I'll
on a
start.
double. I have it on a double silent too. How is it coming
It's not
through?
silent enough. No, you're fine. So I'll tee you up again. Okay. So for the shows, when you're getting ready to play shows, because we kind of talked about that before we hit record. What's that like for you to like get ready for a show?
For me, I think I am all about rest because I am kind of a perfectionist.
Okay.
This last show was really cool. I did the LA Swim Week event. It was a Babes in Toyland event run by Steve Fowler, and it was at the Academy LA, which is really cool because it's an EDM venue,
Wow.
and I'm
Okay.
starting to make dance music.
Yeah.
So thanks, Steve. I really appreciate you having me. It was a fashion show that I got to perform, but the preparation for this show um, was there. I had backup dancers. I mean, we're not supposed to call them backup
No, I know
dancers.
what you
They're
mean. You had
called
a team.
dancers.
Yeah, you had a team on stage.
I had the dancers, the Melandras twins. They teach a class at the Playground LA. They're
No
incredible
way.
dancers, and they're twin sisters. So they look the same. So my dancers looked exactly the same. A good friend of mine, Brittany Lee, choreographed my show. So her and I got together like 3 times a week for
Whoa.
a whole month, just prepping the whole show and the
No way.
choreography, and it was the first time that I had sang and danced on stage together, and
That's
it
got
was
to
a
be tough.
big challenge, yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I walk up a staircase and I'm already like breathing heavy.
Mhm.
So I imagine that had to be a thing that you were watching for when you were training. Were you like singing while dancing in the preparation?
The first song, yeah, it was like a sexy chair piece, and I had to dance on a chair and sing at the same time. And it was a very big challenge. I was like, I don't wanna
That's
sound off tune. I wanna make sure the sound I can hear myself. Big learning lesson. Next time I do a show like this at a big venue, like Academy, I'm gonna need some in-ears.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Some
don't
in-ear
have in-ears
monitors.
yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
yeah.
need that because I couldn't hear myself, and I was like, "I don't know if I sound good." And I don't actually know what I sound like, so
That's yeah.
but yeah, the preparation was a lot of choreography, a lot of rest. Um, uh, my friend Elena doing my makeup, choosing outfits, trying to make a cohesive visual brand. Um, yeah, it was it
You've
was fun.
clearly
It was
put
a
in a lot of
lot.
work. A lot of work.
Thank you.
A
Thank
lot of
you.
work. And see, again, this is especially when you tell me that one of your goals actively is to try to get signed. If I hear this, all the work that you're doing, the people that you have behind you, the teams that are willing to support and work with you, like that's clearly someone to invest in.
Thank you.
You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
And then with the Shoreditch UK mix specifically, right?
Yeah.
That's it's because so there's two versions of the song. Is that
Yeah, the other version came out earlier this year or yeah, earlier this year. And it's more of like a tech house version. And the second version is more, it's a more garage, like UK garage
garage?
vibe.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I work with this one producer I met out at a London writing camp, Kelly, and we're good friends now. And she really believes in me, and I really believe in her. She's so talented. But basically, this song, I wrote at the piano and I sent it to Kelly, and I was like, I really want you to do something with
Yeah.
this. The next week, she sent me this kind of really cool beat with my vocals sped up from that voice demo of me singing at the piano, and she, like, isolated the piano away somehow. I don't know how producers do that. She isolated the piano away and just had my vocals sped up, and it sounded so sick, and I was like, "I'm so excited about this
Yeah.
song." And she was like, "I'm so excited about this record. These little vocal melodies you have are so catchy." And she's just like, "Listen." It made me so excited that she was so excited, and we'd be going back and forth, like, from London to LA, like, little voice memos and her little British accent, and she's like, "Your American accent." But it's just funny. She's like, yeah, she's like, "This song is so catchy," and she connected us to a bigger producer in London. She's like, "I really want him to make sure it's kind of treated properly and the mix is, like, very in this garage lane, like, correctly mixed, so if it's played in a club in London, like, people
Right.
in the scene, it's gonna make
The
sense to
acoustics
them.
are right. Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna make sense to them because she's a new producer at the time, but she's very talented. So, yeah,
Shout out to her.
yeah, and Mike Delinquent is the other producer on this track, so they co-produce this record, and they're
Yeah.
co-producing, probably about a 5 to 6, um, 6-song project right
Really?
now for me, so
Did you just make a drop? So has that released or it's only this song that's
this
released
is, like,
recently?
the lead song
Got it.
of the
And
project.
then you're gonna make another release with all six of them?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna release a couple more singles, then
Got
do
it.
a drop,
That's smart.
and, yeah,
I respect
yeah.
that. Again, like, there's a lot of people who will just release music and like hope that someone cares. But you're clearly doing this right. You're investing it. You're working with people. You're
Thank
making an
you.
event out of it. You're
Thank
doing a
you.
podcast about it.
Thank
I mean,
you.
you're going the extra distance. You
Thank
know,
you. Thank you
you're
so
doing
much.
everything in your control is
Thank
what I'm
you.
seeing.
Thank you.
And for
Thank
me,
you.
like when I hear that, I get stoked, and I have a lot of respect for that because I'm like even just like I do a lot of things, and then I'll just kind of just put it out. And so when I see someone like that, it inspires me
Oh,
as a
thank
creative to be
you.
like,
Oh, yeah.
you kind of got to do it. Like you got to do the work, and you clearly are, you know.
Thank you.
So do you see yourself doing more UK like mixed music and then going in that direction as well?
I feel like whenever I in London at a writing camp, everyone's like, "Whoa, your voice is made for this genre," like, and I love party music, and
Yeah.
it
But do you
feels
love
very nice.
parties?
I do. I don't not as much as when I was younger, but I do
Yeah,
I love yeah, I'm I love being out.
that's cool.
Um, so yeah, I have that, and then I have another producer out here that Dr. Chai was telling you about. I
Yeah,
work
yeah,
with a
yeah.
lot, so he's really versatile. He's an Afro house producer, but he's we're working on some other records that one's kind of Afro house, one's kind of London vibes. He used to live in London too. Like we have, yeah, these are like the three people I'm locked in with right now.
As you should be.
Yeah,
When you find good people, it's like Adam Sandler and all the Happy Madison production. Like you see the same people in all of his
yeah.
movies. You're doing the right thing.
Oh.
You've got your crew, and so for me, like, um, do you have shows coming up in LA at all anywhere?
Right at the moment, I hadn't, booked anything, but Steve, if you'd like to book me for your
Shout out to Steve.
Steve, if
Where's
you'd like
Steve
to
at?
book me for your next event
Let's
you
get a booking going. You
have.
know? Yeah. Okay.
I've been more focused on my social media presence right now and shooting so much
Talk to me
content.
about that. How? What is
Yeah.
that? What has that been like?
It's been really cool. Again, I found the person that I've kinda wanted to lock in with, um, which has been cool. He's been like he's a rapper and he's kinda said, "I only work with artists who are, wanting to be consistent." So, instead
That's
of
definitely you.
he thank you. He's been, he's been making me reels that look like mini music videos, but we make, like, 6 of them, but they're only, like, you know, 30 seconds, and
Yeah.
he's not over editing
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, she did this, it's natural, she might have looked weird at that point, but, like, here, I'm sending" like, he'll color grade it cool and stuff. So he's been really good. I've been working with K2.
Another shout out.
K2's you're
Shout out
making
K2.
my shit pop, I'm not gonna lie. But to be honest, what's going the most viral for me is just singing clips of me when I wrote this song called Starter Pack Dudes. I
Starter pack dudes. I might be in
Why do
that
I
pack.
fall for the Starter Pack Dudes? That's the name of the song. But it like every little clip I posted of it got like 200,000 views organically.
Really?
And I'm like, this is a sign I haven't even recorded the song yet. I haven't Kelly's still working. Kelly made the beat that I wrote it over, which is kind of rare. I don't usually write over beats, but
Yeah.
Kelly, what was I saying about that? Um yeah, she hasn't finished the final version of the beat, so I haven't recorded the song
Sure.
yet.
Sure.
Uh but yeah, it's really cool to see how people are like girls are commenting on that and guys
I'm
are
not a
being like
starter pack, dude. And they're
and
like, "Ooh, I'm not
there
a starter pack." Is that what's happening?
there's lots of guys giving me hate comments, and there's one
Fellas.
guy was like, you're a starter pack girl." And and
Wow.
then one guy was like, "Chill, my girl has this app too."
Oh
But
no.
it's okay because I'm like, I noticed that one of the videos got like 2,000 shares, and then my Shoreditch House, a video of me just singing like kind of R&B style, singing the Shoreditch House line, it got so many views, and Stormzy liked my post, and he's my
Stormzy?
Stormzy and Duke Dumont. I'm
No
like, those are
way.
sorry, I don't mean to like.
No, no.
I'm like,
Shout out.
hey.
Shout out. Shout out. This whole episode should be called Shout Out.
But that video got 8,000 shares. I'm like, so my stuff is starting to do well online. But it's so interesting because those are the less processed videos. They're not like the ones I'm making with K2. I know I've
Yeah.
had a few with K2 do really well. But yeah, just really
All the
interested.
organic ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just wrote the song and I'm just singing it like with not special editing or anything.
Yeah. You know what's funny is like I myself, like as a person in public and just my demeanor in like everyday life, I tend not to want to like cross any lines ever. But I think it's cool that you made a bold choice to like make those kinds of statements because
Thank you.
there are starter pack dudes, you know, and if you're triggered by that, I'm sorry, dude.
Apparently I
You
fall
know?
for them.
You fall for them? Oh no. Okay, give me a quality of a starter pack dude.
Acts like super interested at the beginning and just like, sells you the dream. But then they are emotionally distant. I think that's
Mm.
the main idea concept. I think most women can find it relatable and it's kind of funny. It's like oh, like we all are going for these horrible men. Why do we have horrible taste? Um, but I think it's deeper than that. I think there's a lot of
Yeah,
very emotionally intelligent women who we are we want to save people who are not doing well in their lives. And so that's
interesting.
something actively that not actively, it's inactive. We're like, oh, we want to make this person's life better just because we're nurturers.
I see.
But to a lot of our own detriment. So,
You know, I once read this book called The Dance Away Lover. The book's out of print now. I've tried very hard to get a copy of it, but it talked about that. And they had like 8 or so archetypes there. There was one for women as well, but I thought that it was apropos that the whole book was called Dance Away Lover because there's this idea of like never is someone more creative when they first meet someone in the dance of like trying to pursue and get with someone. And then once it's acquired or captured, it's like, right?
thank you. Yeah, I feel like a lot of beautiful women deal with exactly what you just said. It's like we're this idea of what everything you want, but then it's like, oh, okay, then I got her and now I don't really care anymore because I've acquired it. So, yeah, it's
No,
something that's really annoying. I've dealt with a lot.
it's certainly a thing, you know, and it's tough, right? Because and you know, this is kind of like what I've loved about your music is it kind of speaks to this too, like the ups and downs of like love and romance and then life and dancing. But it's like it is tough to like want love, but also not be in a place for love specifically. And how does one communicate? Like, what would you prefer the starter pack dudes tell you if they can't be emotionally available?
Just tell me from the get-go that you're not looking for anything serious.
And then
So,
would you still pursue that or like have fun with them?
well,
Like,
it's just like you can make a choice based on off of that. You're not guessing what's happening next.
and
So,
I'm assuming someone has said that before, but then they still do like high investment things, and you're like, that's a mixed signal, right?
yeah, yeah,
Talk to me about that.
yes, yeah,
Like, what does that look like?
I had someone do two people do that to me recently, and it was just interesting. It's like you're buying me stuff. So it's like, okay, we're hanging out. This is like a girl. That's like what you would do for your girlfriend, but it's like, but we're not serious. And yeah, that was an example. Or being like, I can really see us falling in love, but then it's like,
They say
but
that
da
to
da da
you?
da da. Oh yeah. But then so then it's a mind fuck. It's like, oh well, if I stick around, like maybe this person will. Yeah. So I don't. I've decided I don't prescribe to any of that anymore. It's like I need I, actions speak louder than words for me now. Yeah.
Now that you're focused on your music, have you like put relationships and things like that like to the side? Because you know it's a lot of your subject matter like in your music, or do you still believe in love?
I still believe in love. I have
Yeah,
very high standards now, though, that maybe I didn't even have like 2 or 6 months ago now, though. So
yeah.
it's really changed for me. Yeah.
What's the most important thing that's changed for you and all that?
I think that the most important thing I think I've really realized that I need someone who emotionally and like intellectually is on my level, and I think that's like the big most important thing. I feel like, yeah.
So I
Sorry.
no 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 no. I actually really want to unpack this. So like the intellectual side I understand. You want someone who can have a conversation with you, right? Now the emotional side. This is something that I think a lot of people may struggle to understand, especially men. Like when you say emotionally on the same level, what do you mean by that? Like open emotionally or like the vocabulary for emotion
I think
specifically?
emotionally vulnerable is like very, very important with people that you're close with, whether it's a close friend, like my best friend and I, we've had really tough conversations about things that really bother us, and we're not scared to go there. And we've even talked about how we're way closer than other people are
I see.
because than we are with our other friends because um, other friends are sometimes like avoid these difficult conversations because they want to keep the peace, but that is so unrealistic when you are very close to someone. You need to be able to be say like, "Hey, this really bothers me," because otherwise you're going to just resent people and it's all going to go sour.
I got it. So it's
Yeah.
like me being like, look, I'm about to say some things that I've been on my chest and like I'm upset
Yeah.
about this, but that doesn't mean that I want anything to like end between us or like I feel like we would be better off if we talked about it.
Yeah.
Like that, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for that,
Yeah.
right?
Please, come
Right.
on.
That's what it means to be emotionally available, fellas.
Ah, I love how we're talking about starter pack dudes. We're really
Starter pack, dude. Let
unpacking
me
it right
school you, dude.
now.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Okay, so starter pack dudes has taken off on social media, and that kind of went. And now you can see where that's coming from. So for all the haters who've been hating in the comments, that's where she's coming from with it, right? So that may be the thing. And is there, in your opinion, such a thing as starter pack girls?
Um,
I know you're
I
teen girl.
mean,
I get that, but like, do you think
yeah.
there's the opposite of
Yeah,
that?
I mean, obviously, yeah. I don't want to. I'm a feminist, so I don't want to like unpack that side
I
right
thought it
now.
was only fair to ask. You know what I mean? And I'm not, because obviously you see what is required in emotional availability, right?
Hmm.
So I don't ever think that emotional availability or maturity is something that a lot of women may lack. It's maybe something else. What do you think? What do you think? Or what have you heard? Like, do you have guy friends that complain to you about things, or is that not a thing?
I mean, hmm.
And there
I'm
may not be an answer to that. We can skip that. Just out of curiosity.
yeah. I don't. Most of my closest friends are female, to be honest.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So I don't really have an answer for that
No,
question.
and I get that. No, because there are like girls who only have like guy friends, which is its own thing,
Hmm.
right? And then there are girls who are more like with the girl group, and that's and then there's like dudes who have like only girlfriends, which is like its own thing, right? That's its own other thing, like if I told you all
That's
my
got me
friends
questioning a lot of things.
like look, we're gonna date, and like a lot of my friends are girls. Are you gonna be okay with
I'm like,
that?
are you gay or is this a open relationship?
Right. Oh,
That's
sorry.
what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking with
Yeah.
that situation.
Sure.
A
Sure.
lot of questions there.
That's a different kind of dude. Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, there's the dude that has nothing but dude friends, right? And then
Mhm.
there's a dude that doesn't have any friends. Have you heard of
Oh,
those guys?
I have. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
very much so heard of
Yeah.
those.
It's actually more common than you think. I
Mm.
think even like specifically the Americans, like 1 in 4 don't even have a confidant, like someone they
Aw.
can trust.
Mm.
So some of them starter pack dudes may be more like lonely dudes that,
Yeah.
like,
So some of my haters online might just be keyboard
yeah,
warriors because they don't have
keyboard
friends. They don't have
warriors.
friends to talk to. I'm sorry.
Can we give him a little
Just a
okay.
subtle shade, just a little
Yeah. So
subtle shade
I
back.
want to roll out the red carpet for you here. What do you want the listener to know about like what you got coming up, or like what do you want them to support? Or obviously they got to check out the song, right?
Yeah, I'm really proud of this song, Shortage House. I think, if you're going for a run, if you want something to make you feel happy and a good mood, I think that my music is for you and like the current lane and direction I'm headed. A lot of my older music is more ballads and lots of fuck you songs, but my current direction is more like happy, good vibes, and I'm just very excited. So go and listen to me on Spotify. I'm Alexandra Beck. And on Instagram, I'm Alexandra Maria Beck, Alexandra Beck Music. If you search either of those, you'll find me. I tried to change it just to Alexandra Beck, but
Somebody has it?
yeah. But it's okay because one day when I'm a little bit bigger than them, I can
Yeah.
buy them off. So it's
Yeah,
fine.
let's tell them like, hey, look, if you have that handle, you got to give it up. Somebody's trying to make something out of this, and if you're just holding it just because, I think you should keep it real. Like all the way. Don't
Facts.
be a starter pack person. With that said, yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been an absolute pleasure having you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Like, I feel like every time we chat, it's so like you get my wheels turning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really really enjoy the conversation.
I appreciate it. You're definitely an easy person to talk to.
Oh, likewise.
I'm gonna be bumping the song later today.
Woo!
So make sure you guys check it out. Spotify,
Woo!
Apple Music, all the things. Big shout out to CTRL Collective for hooking us up. My boy
Oh.
Tim Kaysen. It's a pleasure. Alexandra Beck. Let's do this. See y'all next time.
Woo!